Homeland Security invaded Diddy's house today.
Right.
So I looked up because I wanted to see what do HSI. I kept seeing like that on the vest of
What you got to do for them folks to just like pull up on you like that?
Right, because you have CSI, that's crime scene investigation. You have the DEA, which is like drug specifically, right? So this is straight off the ICE.gov website. So this
ISIS
is
what?
well, not ISIS. ICE, just ICE.gov. I just searched it and it says HSI criminal investigators, also referred to as special agents, conduct criminal and civil investigations involving national security threats, terrorism, drug smuggling, child exploitation, human trafficking, illegal arms export, financial crimes, that's where you would have got caught, identity fraud, benefit fraud, commercial fraud, and more. So there's more than that, but these are like the main reasons and the main things why HSI would show up at your door.
Man, that boy say human trafficking.
Right.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I seen a couple of pictures, and the first thing I was thinking, like whenever I seen some of the pictures of some of the people handcuffed. Well, the first picture I saw of anybody handcuffed out the house, it looked like it was some chick that I didn't recognize, and the first thing came to my mind for some odd reason was Justin ain't his real son. I don't even know what it is. I don't know. So I'm like, damn, at least he didn't get handcuffed. Literally 2 slides later, like he over there handcuffed with the other one.
I was like, he did get handcuffed.
Yeah. He over there handcuffed with the other son, the son that looked just like Diddy. Lil Diddy, that's what you called him earlier. Lil Diddy on there arrested. I say, who?
I did say that. I don't want to disrespect that man. What's his name? Oh, King Combs.
Oh. What's his real name?
King Combs.
Yeah, man, they say Justin looked just like the old bodyguard. And I can't shake it because I ain't heard too many people talking about it. I know it circulate around or whatever, but that just intrigued me. I was like, dang, so he not even his son like that. So then that made me start thinking like, dang, the other son too, that's
Quincy.
Al B. Shore's son.
Right.
Yeah, Quincy.
But one thing about Diddy, I will tell you, he will take care of some kids even if they're not his, because I mean at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Diddy for taking care of them kids, man.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like they're all, for them, with the exception of the newest one, they're all Kim Porter's kids.
Like the whole Diddy situation when like Homeland Security ran down on him, because like the more I start thinking about it, I'm like, dang, have we ever got caught with some sort of like, as a part of that particular scheme at the time that was going on, bro, they would have slapped us with federal charges. Like we would have just been like 18, 19, like not knowing what the heck going on, like getting slapped with fed time.
Well, why would they have a possibility of showing up at your door had you gotten caught
man,
with whatever
we end up in this little scheme where some other people was had some counterfeit operations going on, and end up getting our hands on some of them, and spending them. Like yeah, that go the part right there. That's where you mess up at, where you go spend it.
Right.
So yeah, we was over there spending it, thinking that, I don't know, not even thinking, just doing stuff. Like see when you young and dumb and you don't come from a lot, like you be more risky. It seemed like, you know what I'm saying? Fortunately, it didn't turn out for nothing, but it was a couple instances that's just kind of like seared in my brain that just kind of make me chuckle, and I just like look at the old me and I'd be like, dog, what an idiot. Like, golly, bro, like you was really on that foolishness. Like, all right, so I remember this one time, so if this person remembers this situation, please forgive me again. It's such a, oh man, she was dumb too. We was just both dumb. It was crazy. I remember one time a female friend of mine at the time, I was like, hey, you want in on it? So she like, not really, but I'm like, okay, well, just help me. It's easier for women. Like, this is all you got to do. So I gave her this play to go to this, it was like a club bar situation or whatever in North Texas. I ain't even gonna say the.
Yeah, don't say no names. Yeah. So gonna be knocking on our door.
So it was a play at this place in North Texas. So while she's inside, she up in there just kind of like chilling by herself. A dude roll up on her and basically trying to, spit game to her, trying to mac to her and this, that, and the third. Eventually he asked that famous liner, "Can I buy you a drink?" And she's like, "Sure, but with my money though." Ha ha. So yeah, it was crazy because like I guess he was a little loaded. She ended up giving it whatever she had to him, and he ended up like going get the drinks with it, and somehow it's like going through or whatever. And so he like give her change, and they just kind of talking for a little bit, and they just talking about random stuff. And she says randomly the guy was like, by the way, that was an ugly ass 20. She was like, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? He was like, man, it's so crazy, like how ridiculous that. And
So
she was like, wait, what are you talking about? Give
like,
me
did
my.
he catch on? Like, did he catch on? Like, he knew?
I guess.
And he was just like, oh, that was
yeah.
an ugly 20.
Yeah, it was like,
bill.
man, what a bad job you tried to do with that. I was like, oh man, I just collected the little batch that kind of came to it. So anyway, and that same night, it was such a weird night. We leave there and basically try to pull kind of like a similar play at another store.
Mm-hmm.
The funny part is I'm parked directly in front of the store, not in my vehicle. So I'll just whatever. They're in my sight line. Nobody else is in the store at this moment except the store clerk and my friend. My friend walks up, puts a stick of gum on the counter, and basically like hands him whatever. All I see is kind of like, just the visuals with no audio. She put it on the desk like that, and I see him look over. He put his finger on it, slid it back, looked up at her, and was like, and she looked, and she's like looking all fake baffled. She's, huh? What do you mean? No, give me that. And she like scurried up out of there or whatever. I say, man, it's just not our night, dog. Like,
Right. Y'all the reason why all these people do this and like they want to get the markers. Y'all the reason why y'all got a little stint.
oh,
Y'all
man,
had a whole operation going on. I have a story where like it's kind of like it could be pretty serious, like if you really think about it. When I was like 12, I was here upstairs in like the house computer, and I was searching, and I wanted to search like
pizza? Yeah, right.
yeah. Well, the fact that you said the word pizza,
Right, I bet.
Right.
As soon as I said she got nervous.
I know.
Ain't
I
that
was
crazy?
like, what
That's
the heck?
crazy.
What are you talking about?
How did you know that I was Googling possibilities at such a young age?
So I was, searching for pizza, and I wanted to search for like people my age. I was 12. So I'm over here thinking like, oh, I was like middle school, because I was in middle school. So I was searching for like, middle school girls, da da da. Like I was searching stuff. In hindsight, I'm over here thinking, now I'm like, oh my gosh, like they could have thought that this IP address, like it could have been my dad or my brother, like, someone else. Or really my dad was the only like adult male that was in the house. And it wasn't him, it was me. But I'm saying like, I'm thinking of like, wow, that could have been looked at as, but I was just looking for people my age, not thinking that I was like really looking at for that in particular. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I would have kept like relentlessly searching? And I actually was on a site, and one of them, like, because of what I was searching, me innocently just looking for kids my age in this curiosity that I had. I did have a pop-up window that was like, we're gonna tell the
Warning, you've been found. Like, what the
no, seriously, it was like, if you don't exit right now, like you will be reported to the United States, like whatever. And I was like, after that, I never searched for that again because I was so petrified. But now thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, like I get it now. Like it wasn't just because I was looking for corn. I was looking for something that was very bad had it not been me looking for it, you know what I mean? Had it been an adult or something like that. And now I'm thinking, I was like, man, I could have gone what if my family would have got?
Listen, if Chris Hansen would have showed up knocking on the door one day, hey, we would have figured out why.
I mean, he would have gotten a surprise, like, oh, you're the one.
Excuse me, sir. We'd like to have a conversation with you.
Oh man,
Dr. Estrada, is it?
No.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What type? Pediatric.
Oh, you imagine? Like,
wow.
Yeah, my dad was a pediatrician too, so he worked with kids, but he was an angel. Like, thank God that was never a thing. But I imagine like the implications of like my search.
I'm telling you.
And had they shown up, I would have been like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was me. I was the one looking for corn.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy situation though. I hate it for Diddy, man. Hey, man, sometimes you just can't do that stuff, man.
The thing is, with everything, the truth will always come to light, no matter how long it takes. So, obviously, I don't want to like crucify anybody, like, innocent until proven guilty. But a lot of the times when these raids and things like this happen, they don't just go for funsies. Like they go because they got some solid evidence of some sort that they've been. And a lot of the times they play the long game too. Like they'll watch you and like they'll do investigations for a long time before they actually like pounce. So praying for all parties involved, especially victims.